Unnecessary talk with Brian Sturges.
Okay, fellers.
Testing, checkity, check.
That's not straight. It's
Yeah.
as fucking crooked
Yeah,
as Hillary.
I know.
Crooked Hillary.
It won't straighten.
There must be because this piece is up. So you just have to lower the
my kind of
actual
phone.
tripod piece.
I've had that.
This
Oh.
hinges up because it goes at a 45-degree angle. So you just need to press this down on this side. Right here. You see what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Press my button.
See what happens here.
Who's ready to get freaky?
I am. Cliff, give us some filler talk as we start this episode.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
It's straight, right?
Keep going. You got to tighten it.
All I can say is in the past couple of weeks, some people are dead.
Well, you got to tighten it from the back. You got to choke it a little bit
Oh,
and then take it from behind.
that'll tighten it right up.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah. The more you pretend that you hate it, the better it
it's-
feels. Yeah.
You did overcorrect.
filthy-
I want all of this in.
filthy
This is what people
bitch.
want to see. This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges. I am that Brian Sturges. You can follow me at briansturges.com and social medias in which I do not post because I don't ultimately believe in myself. There's also Cliff Beach. You might know him from believing in himself too much. You can follow him at Cliff Beach Music. And of course, Tim, who does not care about anything. At Timothy Hall Music.
Yep.
So I think music. Sometimes I say Tim Hall Music, but that's not correct. It's
That
Timothy.
is, it's the full deal.
Is there a Tim Hall Music?
I don't know.
Is he better?
Oh, maybe.
than
Yeah, he's probably is better than me. And he's more
plays-
handsome. He's got jawline.
Oh,
He plays 8-string guitars.
Yeah.
but you're doing stuff now.
You're
yeah?
doing stuff. What are you doing? Let's get right into it. Let's get into this episode. What are you doing with your life? What the hell?
Wait,
are
what
you
am I doing?
You just
Come on,
with your
dude.
band dropped a new
I
album.
don't know how we
Oh,
can set it up. We'll do the whole thing. How about this? We'll tell the story, and then you can just nod.
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, people tell my story much better than I tell my story. So you're saying because of the
It's
album?
already been set up. Now you have to answer.
Yeah.
It. Just answer. Tell us
the
about
band that I'm in
it. There we go.
just put out an EP.
It's coming. Hey,
Yeah.
we got it.
We did it.
It's like pulling taints over here.
Yeah.
I'll milk this bull, goddammit.
Now, the fan. We have a fan.
Yeah.
But the fan
It's off.
is when you have a box fan and the front of the fan squeezes a little bit because it's in the window, and now the fan is hitting and it
Yeah.
makes a noise. But now I'd like the fan on because although we're in Los Angeles and it's very hot, I'm wearing a flannel for the
Aesthetic.
for the fall, right?
For fall,
It's
yes, yeah.
very, very hot. So I wish that could be on. You see, that's how you tell a story. Now we're gonna go back to you.
Okay.
And what's up with you? You should just say it because no one ultimately cares or is listening.
Well,
So tell us about your new album.
Oh, well, it's Honey and the Flies, and it just came out, I guess technically today, last night at 12.
Okay, tell us some
Yeah.
more about it.
I played
what
bass
sort
on
of
it.
music is it?
Oh, I'd say it's a folk rock situation with a little 80s influence.
you think it is or it is?
Queer as folk.
It is,
It
yeah.
is. It's queer as it's queer as fuck. What is this?
That's his words.
Yeah.
But this is your second EP.
Yeah, this is the second EP.
You have 2 EPs?
Yeah.
What does that equal? DPs? You have 1 DP?
Yeah, deep. Yes, it does.
Honey and
equal-
the Flies. And where can we find their information?
Spotify at Honey and the Flies on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
I'm sure there's Facebook too.
You guys also selling those pieces of ice for the Stanley Cups? And you're like, check out Honey and the Flies. Also, buy this ice maker. You see those TikTok ads?
I have seen them.
Yeah, I'm going to actually get one for the.
Yeah.
I don't
So
want to
how many-
ruin Christmas?
Yeah, it's a nice
So
Christmas.
How many songs do you guys write them together or not? Or
We did write they're collaborative, but mostly the singer wrote them, Natalie,
And you play bass?
and I play bass.
How
on
many
it.
strings you have on that bass?
Only 4. That's
What
all
sort
you
of-
need.
What's right? Hey. Keep it tight. What sort of bass is it?
It is a Fender P bass.
Where is it made?
America
What's your favorite string of the 4?
D.
What's your strap situation?
Oh, I got one of the straps from Nam on there.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
puffy one.
See,
'Cause it's heavy.
Well, I don't want to cut your story short and use that
no.
as a transition to the music news of the week.
Speaking of strap-ons,
No, that's not what the word was that tied it all together.
I thought we were gonna go into Diddy.
He just said Puffy.
Diddy.
Oh, Puff Diddley.
Did he?
I understand why the number. We just look down at the number and just know that we know. We're very self-aware.
Take that. Take that.
I mean, how could
This is Cambodian breast milk.
I thought it was a secret. We haven't secured the sponsorship deal.
Yeah. So
Tito's. It's spelled the same with Tito's, so we're trying to work it out.
no, I definitely think the biggest news is obviously Diddy getting denied bail and them confiscating 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube from his.
You're making it sound like it's weird to have 1,000.
Confiscated. What do they expect to find in it? What is it for evidence?
Yeah.
I guess
Is it a small business? Is he putting his labels on it and selling them?
He's been running an illegal underground daycare for quite a long time.
He sends out small
Which
African American children with candy bars to hang outside of a Target and
Yes.
make you feel sad about
I haven't
whiteness.
seen a basketball game.
You like
let
your
alone
Honda
champions.
Odyssey? Do you? We need new basketball cleats. You know what I mean? Like they don't even make sense. You know what I mean? Clearly a lie.
tearing up that floor?
Yeah, so it's gonna be.
The real hero
yeah.
is the guy who gets the floor contract.
Yeah, he's basically the next Me Too R. Kelly sitch.
Do you think he did it?
Did he?
Did he?
Did he?
Did he do it?
Huh? Who's
We're
on
not
first?
sure.
Did Diddy diddle? And if Diddy diddle, did Diddy diddle the dildos
Yeah.
in Denver?
Yeah.
Stella Adler's.
I mean, I've liked his music for a long time, so we'll see. I don't
So
think
you like the music, but you don't like the human trafficking?
I think that's gonna be
Can
hard.
you have
Do
it
you like both?
ways?
I think that's gonna be hard to prove. I think they're throwing because they're like racketeering, blah blah. This is just things you throw out to trump
They
up the
installed
charges.
wheels on their arms,
Oh,
and they use them as Ubers.
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I mean, I
Right?
definitely.
trafficking.
you figure it out yourself, you morons.
And the thing is, it's all about statute of limitations because we had the video of Cassidy getting stomped, and
Statute
and
of
bringing in the noise.
No more.
And they said there was nothing they could do. The statute had passed. So I ultimately think conspiracy theory.
because when he clocked her in the face.
Yeah.
You guys see that video? I don't want to talk. I don't want to get shook knighted, but he was punching that girl in the head.
Yeah.
It happens.
Jeez.
I'm against that. Let's go get that out of there.
Me too. Yeah.
But
I'm gonna.
but other dominoes will fall.
But what did she say to deserve it?
The thing is, like, when Solange beat Jay-Z, like, there's nothing, right?
Woman's mouth, you know what I mean?
That's the end
They're
of
good people. We're good people. We're gonna get one of the White
If a
House.
woman hits a man, there's no charge.
Although I'm not gonna be called that anymore.
You have to murder them to bring a charge.
Is that what Taj Mahal? the Taj Mahal / foot parlor?
Oh my God.
But ultimately,
Jones barbecue and foot massage?
I do love it. No, I love that commercial. It's so good. It's got like the little stuffed
Yeah, the
Godzilla
guys in the
behind-
costume.
Oh God. But yeah, I think ultimately it's one of those things where he probably will skate barely through this. They can't.
Triple axle sow cow. Holy shit, not guilty.
They'll catch him for something unrelated. Like they'll finally be able
It'd be
to
the
link.
OJ thing.
Yeah, they'll link Tupac
They'll
or
arrest
Biggie's
him for
death to
stealing
him.
OJ's old jersey. She didn't see it coming at all.
They'll link that, or it'll be taxes. It's
Forget
always
it,
something
America.
else.
It's Brentwood.
Yeah, there we go.
See?
Yeah,
See?
little
I
Chinatown.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I get you.
Thank you.
Little Jake.
But I think all this media attention happens to
Get us.
I think it's done in mass to help most people focus their eyes on something else, and something else underneath the surface is happening. I think that's why these things come up.
You mean the bombing of Ukraine?
Exactly.
And the blowing up pigeons in Lebanon. But
Yeah.
Diddy got laid, right? So the human trafficking seems a lot. That seems like a thing. Like it's like the logistics. Like, do you think he has like an MBA? He's good at business. I guess you would have to be like,
It would have to be a conspiracy, I guess.
Amazon warehouse service.
what can Brown do for you?
Oh God.
Yeah, but having sex
UPS.
and having baby oil isn't the crime.
That
so-
is not. I hope not, because arrest me now, because I have 999 bottles of baby oil.
Just under the
I
threshold.
lost one in my ass.
But I did
The
mention
travel size. Don't make it weird.
I did mention offline though. I think for me, Pastor T.D. Jakes out of Texas being caught up in the circle.
I don't know who that is. Who
Me
is this?
neither.
He's a very famous multi-millionaire mega church pastor, like a Joel Osteen.
Wait,
But
those
black.
guys make money?
Are you kidding me?
But basically, like, it's confirmed, like this picture of him hugged up with P. Diddy, that
You are
he's been
kidding me.
at several of the parties. Now, the thing is, the pastor, for any reason, would have no purpose being at the party. Knowing the person and talking to him on the
Could
podcast.
be blessing the party.
With
But a pastor's, can we agree that a pastor's bullshit? A pastor is fucking bullshit. I can log on to this MacBook and I can become a pastor tomorrow. But to be a priest, you got to actually do something.
Aren't you a bishop?
I don't want to say what that is. But I think that it's wrong to sexually
Traffic.
abuse traffic people. I want to get that out there now. I know
Yeah.
we make a lot of jokes on this show.
Every time I get in my car, I'm like, why is there so much sex traffic?
So, I mean,
out here
it's
on
like
the 405?
where the 101 hits the 405
Oh, is that why
is
traffic's
the
so
worst.
bad?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And Figueroa. I like the video of I think it was a postal worker in his truck. He was picking up one of the girls that got caught on camera.
Oh.
So he
yeah.
opened up the truck and little.
They legalized marijuana. They're going to legalize prostitution. I mean, it's already legal.
Well, I feel like this case for a woman, her choice. I'm all about this one.
Yeah.
If I can lay on top of you for like 15,
her body, her choice, her rent.
$20, yeah,
to be paid.
You know, I mean, I'm sure she's a thing. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it goes back to me.
I don't think.
Oh, I was at Home Depot.
Oh.
And I'm working on a project, right? You might have heard of it. And I went and I bought a bunch of supplies. And this young Hispanic man said to me, he goes, is this for your house? And I'm like, it is. He goes, oh, it must be nice to be privileged.
Ooh.
I mean, it was right.
That gets in the
Now,
culo.
I was at the Home Depot in Van Nuys, which is the most Mexican of the Valley Home
see.
Depots, which I'm allowed to say because there's a 400 of them out there. It's not me. You go to the one in Santa Clarita, there's nobody.
Oh.
If you were
Depot.
smart, you guys will,
Imas.
I don't know, it's a borough or something. Just get your way. Just get to Santa Clarita. It's going to take 3. You're going to need some sluices, satchels.
Speaking of,
But could you believe that? And I was
Home
like,
Depot.
I was like, I don't even know.
Were
what
they
to say.
was it nice supplies? It must have been nice supplies.
No, it was like a $79 vanity. It was the point was that he was like, oh, you're buying this for, so
because
I'm
you
in the
have a
most
house.
Mexican place. So why is this white guy pretending to be Mexican with his mustache in here at Home Depot?
Yeah.
And then it was immediately like, oh, so you must have that. This must be for you. You're not working on someone else's, so it must be for your house, meaning and it was just like, this guy is, dude, you are so fucked. If that's you know what I mean? Because
Yes.
no one ever asks how to improve their life. They just want to be mad about you. Now, if you saw the place,
Negative. Yeah.
you probably wouldn't want it because you know what I mean.
but the thing that's true.
Crazy, right?
No, now
I'm
we
privileged.
Well, now we
What's privileged about? I said Earl Grey. I said Earl Grey fucking tea. And if it's not 98 degrees, I'm gonna send you to P. Diddy's party, and he's gonna fuck you full of lube.
I think we created a society where people can say these things. Like now, you can flippantly just say, like it's a carte white, right? To say you're privileged. This person
Oh
knows
my god!
jack
It totally
shit.
was a white cart.
Yeah.
He was like, "Look at all that beige
Yeah,
paint."
it's like you
What is
think
that, coffee?
you think in one word you can surmise a whole person's life, knowing nothing about you. Just because you're white, they can be bigoted in reverse to be like you're privileged.
And keep in mind, I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt with paint. I'm wearing work clothes for painting.
Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't know what you.
Paint your own paint a room.
he
Don't
doesn't-
spend. Go get $600.
But he
you
doesn't
can buy.
know-
You can buy a gallon of paint, $26, and do
Yeah.
it yourself in an hour.
He doesn't know the work that you did to get what you have.
Right.
You know that's bullshit.
It was just like it's this generation. Let's be an old man. But if that is what the generation is, they'll never succeed. What's going to happen? All the boomers are going to die. You're going to have to work a little bit. You're going to have to learn to use one of those wrenches we talked about.
Exactly. Make a Mexican restaurant that caters to only gringos. Like
That's it.
Like all your
I
other
think it's called
ancestors.
Chipotle.
Yeah. Exactly.
With their tiny burritos. Oh, by the way, that CEO who did that whole speech about, we didn't shrink and all that shit. He did such a good job on there. He got hired. I forgot the next company, but he was gone the next week. And it's like he already moved on to another $40 million. They don't care. It's a tiny burrito. You know what? White people, that's what you get for not going in Los Angeles to a real Mexican restaurant.
Don't you own Chipotle?
Don't worry about what I own.
You're privileged.
I mean, there's
It just came to
You
us.
got him by the beans, you
there's
son
some
of a bitch.
unlicensed franchises.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you are
who's
privileged.
Mr. Fields Cookies?
Well, you saw what they did with my uncle Amos.
Well, they killed him because I think he died a couple weeks ago.
He did.
Did he?
But they fucked him. At the Diddy
To death? Well, like P. Diddy's party. Listen, check
With
out
cooking
it.
oil.
They're famous. Yeah, that's
with
what they were
Crisco.
using. They were just trying to crisp the bottom.
I said someone fried
Do you
chicken.
like a hard chocolate chip cookie or a soft?
I like a soft.
Soft baked?
Yeah.
I like it to be crunchy on the outside, soft in the middle.
I like a soft bake. See, this is why this show is perfect. Now, coincidentally, I spoke to my mother, who once in a while commented. She's like, I won't do a voice out of respect, but it sounds a little something like this. So I watch the show. She doesn't say anything like this, but we'll go with it. So I watch the show every once in a while. I don't see them all, but I am watching them. So I just like to thank. She's like, I like Tim this time.
Oh, I win now?
Because I tell you what, it never is. I saw it. I liked it. I liked what you did. I saw it again. I don't know why you're doing it, but those other guys made it palatable.
You know what? She's run out of people, so now the next time.
No, she'll be back to Cliff. Be like,
back to
Cliff.
Cliff?
Be like,
Okay.
yes, Cliff.
I like
Lost
the
weight?
microphones.
Yeah, the microphones are
Are
nice.
those SM7Bs?
They're legit.
Yeah, no, but
Can you imagine your mother watching this show?
I like
Oh,
the
I hope
size.
not.
She's so ashamed. But listen, I didn't stand a chance anyway. Like, there at no point were any directions pointing towards positive. So if you had hope, it's your own thing.
It has nothing to do with you, though. Sometimes I've met parents that they can say it about anyone else, and they just
Dude, you
can't.
know she hates them. You know she is ashamed because this is shameful to her. This is like disrespectful to her legacy and family.
How do you think P Diddy's mom feels?
That's more shame.
You
Is
think
she
she's
still
like,
around?
Better than Kanye's.
That's my Pepe, always baby on people.
That's how
Is
they
that how
talk.
she sounds?
That's what she sounds like.
Oh, boy. I'm glad I didn't say
That's his
it.
grandma.
Apparently, Disneyland had an Aunt Jemima pancake stand.
Yes,
at one point. Did you tell me that?
1957. Yeah, I saw.
I think maybe you said it. Now the phone picked it up, and anything we talk about here. So I don't want to see what's going to happen on my phone this week.
Oh, yeah. A lot of baby oil.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh,
I don't.
look at some burgers.
I don't want to. Those. What's his name? There, Rafik. There, he loves that stuff. He covers it head to toe. He goes to the
baby
beach.
oil?
Yeah. He uses old school baby oil to like glisten and tan. Because he's one of these Arabs. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So he goes and he basically Kramers it. It's like he just cooks himself in the
Right.
sun, but he puts oil on. But he's that guy. Like, they're out there.
Does
they're out
it have
there.
an SPF?
Now that's a community you can yell privileged.
Oh, I won't even
Oil
tell you
money?
the conversations what I have. Here's the thing. But really imagine having friends that are Jewish, imagine having friends that are Arab, that are Russian, that are Ukraine. I guess the Korea thing's still going on. You know, whatever. And
The
you know,
war?
as I'm privileged, so I don't give a fuck about any.
He's
So,
outside of it.
But I don't. What do you say? Because it's like when people are very passionate about their views, and you're just like, what happens when you don't agree? You're just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you say, oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
We've created a society where we cannot disagree agreeably. Like, there used to be a time where you could have spirited debate and have no resolution, and you could shake hands and people were fine. Like, we knew that we were different, and it didn't really matter. Like, the things that we agree on
Now
are fine.
the greatest division is it won't affect you. You don't make enough money.
Yeah.
It won't matter
Yeah.
to you. Just get the sticker and
Yeah.
get a free ice cream cone at Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, that
Your
sounds
does
good.
nothing.
Wait, is there a free ice cream?
I think various places on election day
Now that's privilege.
rewards you for lying to yourself.
That you make a difference.
And they like 10% off this $40 oil change. Because you're
Yeah, but the amount of energy
some
for
plans.
a Latin person at Home Depot to yell you're privileged, if they did
He-
anything on
he's
themselves,
gotta
they
be-
could do something
But he
else.
was like 22. So it wasn't like an old man who had been around and is bitter over the years of not winning. This is the guy who was just like, dude, if you're already bitter on the checkout, like, I mean, people who work at Home Depot.
Oh, this was the checkout?
Yes. I'm just
This was
checking
an
out.
employee?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just a random.
No, someone
This is
working
the man
there.
who checked me out.
Oh,
I was checking you
Interesting.
out as well.
Well, Should I be concerned how bad my storytelling is? Or
No.
your cognitive
No, I
I'm
got it.
cognitive.
I,
Yeah.
I was with it.
Jesus Christ.
So you have a new EP?
wait, this was at Home Depot?
Man. Talk about the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
Get it?
But the thing about, see, for me, it triggers.
Urgent supply hardware.
It triggers the mindset that a person at 22 is already defeated, thinking that I can just yell at any white person that they're privileged, knowing nothing about them.
It wasn't even yelling. It was just a factual statement.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like,
privileged, man.
But you're not saying it in a way that's like, I admire you for that. You're saying it in a way that
they never ask you how to win.
Yeah.
A loser never asks a winner how to become a winner. They just bitch. Everyone hates their boss. You hate yourself.
Yeah.
Because you know you couldn't even become an assistant manager of a Chipotle. Look how tiny the burritos are. How hard is it? Scoop, wrap it up. $47.
That's why I get the bowl.
Didn't the Frito-Lay guy who created like limon and chili or whatever, wasn't he just like
was a
a
white guy?
janitor or working in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Well, and the who did the
It was the spicy hot Cheetos.
Yeah. So that guy, he wasn't sitting around every day at his boss.
He was cleaning shit off. He was cleaning my shit off the company's toilet.
Yeah, but he wasn't yelling every white person walking by your privilege.
No,
he
he
was
said,
like, "What the
please
fuck
stop
did I do?"
eating Indian food.
Yeah. He was like,
Please stop
throwing this
ordering
toilet.
from the Taj Mahal.
he's like, "Yo quiero, I fixed your cheeks."
Yo quiero.
Well, don't forget about the Bandit. That's gone. That mascot for the Frito-Lay. It was the Frito-Lay Bandit. He had a big mustache.
He was gone in the 70s, wasn't he? Did they get rid of him back then?
I know.
I fixed your cheeks.
But technically,
I think it's
I don't want to come out on the PC side of things, but technically, every white person has a little bit of privilege.
They
No
do.
matter what. I'm just saying this.
No, but I'm saying,
Someone's voting for
I'm saying, but
Cameron.
any minority sitting around yelling that is not the person who's bootstrapping, getting the fucking shit done. Because you don't have time to worry about what the fuck happened
busy.
that you can't complain about. You're working on your shit. If
get
you're
to
at
the
home,
bend.
if you're at Home Depot at 22, you'll still be there at 42 because you didn't do anything.
Well, I don't know
You just
about
wanna
I don't know
complain.
about that, but I will say most people will.
No, but I'm saying, but a person like that with that mentality,
Yes.
they believe that you being
He's
white
done.
was enough.
It's done.
I came
It will
from
never
poor
be
white
done.
people. They didn't help me shit. You know what I mean? So not
we-
everybody was privileged.
We hold the money and we go to Lake George and we rent a boat. You know what I mean? We don't give it to you.
Well, I think it's more than just money, though, right? Because it's just about perception.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but even to think it is one thing. To say it outwardly to another person you know absolutely nothing about
Yeah, that
proves
is-
a mindset
that is
that
weird.
you think that's okay. And that tells me you're not going to work on yourself.
If I were a Karen, an old white woman would
Yeah.
have immediately called and bitched about I'm just
yeah,
like, whatever.
because the true
Give me
person
my
working at a
fucking
place,
sandpaper,
you're
bitch.
not going to alienate a customer buying from you. You know, keep that shit to yourself. You're not educated enough to know that's something I shouldn't say out loud.
Yeah. It's almost like
they're working for the
you
man.
But people working at Home Depot, if you're an old guy whose bones have worn out, you know what I mean? Your hip hurts and
your
you're like,
back hurts a little.
you get out of the house and you go and you mix the paint. That's wonderful. But, there's that. And if you're in college and you're doing it on a Saturday, it's wonderful. It's that but when you get to like...
But you need that privileged person to
But
buy your
there's
shit.
nothing wrong with that. The Godfather, whatever a man does for a living is fine.
Yeah.
I have a thing to piggyback on that. So I was mentoring this Latina woman. And last night she messaged me about, I just was like, I hadn't seen her in
What happened to the boy? Did the boy...
No, I'm still mentoring them. This is different. This is an older woman.
He's alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
boy's alive. No, I saw
Not
him
in
last
your
week.
trunk.
No,
Covered
he's
in
still
baby
good.
oil.
And
Yeah.
never a Diddy. No, never been at a party.
It happens.
No, he's
Relax.
good. He's had some deaths in the family.
Oh,
and stuff.
jeez.
Actually, also, I had a death, not related to me, but a friend of the family was murdered by a family member.
Good God.
But
I take back the baby
Wow.
oil thing.
But
wanna
anyway,
hear that
so
story.
I was mentoring a lady, Latina. She's a personal coach to people, right? Now, with people in the coaching profession,
So she's unemployed?
she's self-employed.
Sure.
Anyway, long story short,
There's a difference.
see, the thing is, especially dealing with women and just mentoring, when she asked me to mentor her, right? That's the first thing. Second thing is, as a mentor, I'm abrasive. Like, I push.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so...
You are an
yeah.
unpleasant man.
Yes. And so basically, I've had a lot of people write me off because I just call people on bullshit. I know the level of work to get anywhere and what it takes, and I work hard. So basically, I haven't seen her in months, and she hurt her back. But her back got better. Still hadn't seen her. So I was like, "What's happening?" She's like, "Oh, I'm a well and this and this and this." And I just was like, "These are all excuses. These are not reasons." Right? And then she was pissed. So she wrote this note back about like, "Oh, it's my life and whatever." I was like, "I respect everything. If you said I'm not coming back because I've decided this is not for me, all good. right?
I'm going to need another refill on the coffee once you're done with your opinion about life that won't pay off.
Yeah.
Probably decaf at this point.
Yeah. But the thing is, and I've worked with a lot of
98 degrees.
I worked with a lot of women, and I'll say what I feel is truth. I feel it's disingenuous to not say the truth, and I realize that you have a blind spot or you're blocking yourself, and myself included. I know when I'm my own block and I've had a blind spot, and I get new information, I change. So I just call things out as I see them. But I find often that like they become the hero, I become the villain, and they're pissed at me. But I was like, you asked me to mentor you, and I'm not mentoring you if I don't push, if I don't nudge, if I don't tell you.
But we need losers. People like us need people to do the losers isn't the right word. Barely skilled, barely mentally functioning adults that can move mulch.
Right. Well, I'm saying the thing is like the thing she was supposed to show up for, she hadn't, and she hurt her back, but she wasn't showing up before that, and she wasn't following with me. I was following up with her. So basically, it was all BS. She did not create a plan to get this done. Yeah. She wanted to do it, but didn't want to make the sacrifice.
We hate you so much. We hate you people. The reason you're like the vice president of the company hates you is because they've worked hard to get where they are, and you're just bitching about not getting anywhere, and you've done no work. Mm-hmm. And
but the thing that hurts.
Plus, I don't know what you're wearing at work. We're not legally allowed to say this, but why are you wearing only a poncho?
Sweatpants.
So basically,
it's 109 degrees in the San Fernando Valley, and you're just wearing a poncho. You look like the good and the bad and smelly.
So basically, what I did, because sometimes people feel when I say these things I don't care. So I said, look. The next 6 months, I will pay your dues to do this thing because you said it might be a money thing, maybe not. I was like, it's an accountability thing. I will do it.
It's a money thing.
I was like, now
the money's always like $136.
Yeah.
It's not like just sell a pair of boots you got.
But I was like, I'll pay it for 6 months. What the fuck next are you gonna fucking do?
They won't. They won't. But they're needed. There's a hierarchy. There's a reason the top of the pyramid is the top of the pyramid.
But I'm saying, don't make me to be a monster. Like, I'm not empathetic or don't care. Yeah. I'm calling you. I'm like, I'm removing the blocks to show you that you are the only block left.
You can do anything if you try, but probably not.
And I believe in investing in you because I believe in you. But I'm saying, like you're like, I want to do a TED Talk. I've done one. And to do that, this is the work that it takes. I'm not telling you because I'm a dick. I'm telling you because you did not make the requisite plan to create the space and the time to get this done. And I'm calling you on it because you're telling me a bunch of shit.
You suck. You're stupid and you smell like cheese.
Yeah. Maybe it's your delivery.
And by the way, I worked when I first moved out here. The job I got is I went to the hardware store at OSH, Orchard Supply Hardware on Centinela because I was living in Santa. Yeah. And I worked the garden section. I got there at 6 a.m. and I water the flowers. And
my first
that
job.
Sounds peaceful.
It was great. So I've done it. That's why like you can go on to other things at that age. And I tell you, I will admit that I was probably a little bitter at that age because you watch people when you have no money because you haven't earned it and you don't deserve it at that age, and you see people with money. Like I remember helping. The people that would come. I helped Greg Kinnear buy a pool floaty, but you'd watch people show up in their Lamborghinis or their new truck, and you're
was
like,
it as good as it gets?
It was. You did seem gay to me. Yeah, but I remember being kind of, I guess, envious or jealous of people with things like that at that age because it seems almost unobtainable unless it was given to you by someone else. So people like if. I am definitely privileged. I mean, if we're going to call it out. I mean,
but I'm saying when you see Greg
middle income white person.
But when you see Greg Kinnear and you say you're privileged, he's not going to want to help you. If you're like, I admire what you do, could you help me? It's like, why are you going to yell out something that alienates the person from doing anything for you? You don't know if you had a job for that guy. If he's a self-starter, he's fucked himself.
Yeah. Well, I have people that, people fucking suck. So on the Labor Day, I went, as I do, on those holidays, I take over the cooking in terms of I get the grill out, I scrub it up.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I make some hot sausages. And I went over to the supermarket, and I have like two loafers. One are like my Toms, which are my house slippers, because they're actually great for a house slipper. And then I have my Goomba Italian loafers. This will be important, I feel like. So I I got dad shorts on and some nice Goomba loafers, and I go over to the grocery store. Enough caffeine for you. And long story short is this couple tried to fuck me.
But not in a fun
these
way?
swingers came up to me.
Oh, really?
Diddy and
in the
Cassidy?
fun way.
So I'm there. I'm looking at the sausages, of course, right? I'm like, oh,
Yeah, you are.
check out all these.
That's the
looking
signal.
at these things, and all of a sudden, this woman comes over. She's probably like 55, but she looks like she's from Florida. The tank top, somebody who was banging before the
Leathery.
drugs in the 80s.
The
Right?
suntan, sunburnt,
Exactly. So
stretch
she's
mark
over and
titties.
she's like, oh, what are you getting? Oh, look at those sausages. I'm coming over to your place tonight. And I was just like, oh, he's like, no, seriously, what else you got there? What do you got? Oh, you got some bacon. Oh, yeah. Man, we should party together. My husband's right over there. We should get together. We should go party. As soon as that, he comes over and is like, hey, look at the sausages. I know where we're eating tonight. It's like they've used the same, It's
Yeah.
like, oh, we got to get together. We have a lot of the same interests. We'll come over, hang out.
They both like sausage.
And I was just kind of standing over there. Then I saw them like looking at my shoes, and I was like, "Am I somehow wearing like our?"
Oh, you got the
Is an
signals?
Italian loafer? That's a loafer. An Italian loafer with no socks, is that considered the thing? But they were looking at me like somehow the shoes, like the pineapple, were
Yeah, you
somehow a
had the
giveaway.
pineapple.
But I want to thank you because it made me feel good,
Oh, that is nice.
but also very yucky.
You became like a cartoon penis to them, like you just.
I mean,
Were they
I'm a
licking their
little
lips?
insulted they weren't.
Oh,
I've let myself go.
right, right.
But come on,
No, sometimes it's just a pure
Sexual.
ego boost. Yeah, it's nothing about the looks or anything, and nobody will know about it because you have a different,
I guess
a
I
different
could've-
house.
No, but he was there.
He's privileged enough.
It's
to
like
have
if she
two
was like,
houses.
"Here's my hot daughter, and you got to get through this monstrosity
First,
this
yeah.
generational mistake
Yeah.
to get to the daughter. You
gotta
got to do what
crawl-
you got to do."
You got to crawl under Bowser's legs to get to the princess.
Yeah, Shauna, to get to the Shauna na. That's as good a time as any, right?
Tiny Tim's TikToks.
Now, hey, this is something I've noticed that we do. We don't tell the people what we're watching.
That's true.
Now, this is a video podcast, but for people that are listening on Apple or whatever, Spotify, whatever, the SoundCloud,
Yeah.
that we have to actually be describing what we're watching, because if not,
Oh yeah.
Okay, so do you want to set it up?
Yeah. Have you ever gone to a salon to dye your armpit and eyebrow hair?
Okay, two ladies.
so you're going to see a couple ladies that will be voting for Kamala. No doubt.
Have you ever gone to a salon to dye your armpit and eyebrow hair?
No.
Well, if you haven't, now's your chance.
This Pride Month, Billy is hosting a
Pride Month, of course.
It's free.
Christ, look at her mustache.
at Happy Place Studio in New York City, where you can get your body hair styled and dyed.
For me, expressing myself through my hair is such an important part of feeling confident in my appearance as a queer person.
You can
Not
thank
only
your
does
father
hair
for
make you
paying
feel
for
confident,
that
it
on
helps
his
to
credit
protect
card.
your identity, too.
Dyeing our hair together has always been a bonding experience, and having this opportunity at a salon instead of at home has just been really exciting and fun.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want to dye your armpits at home.
On June 26th
It's true,
and June 27th,
it's not safe.
From 10 a.m.
That's enough. That's enough press for these.
I think it's all good if it was an improvement, but it's not.
The green looks okay, but the red does not look good.
Well, the ones that don't. Well, I don't want to say that. I won't. You know what? Let me not say that. But
Dyeing your eyebrows is one thing, and having like unibrows, no, we need to. And armpit hair on women, not attractive.
well, if you're into it, like
That's like your opinion.
I think Timmy.
I shave sometimes mine. It becomes unattractive to me.
Oh. Was that shocking?
Timmy would like this, and also
True.
one of my family members, who's
I mean, if you're proud, but it's kind of gross. But I mean, do you?
What is happening?
what is happening? So there's a police officer that jumped over a fence and got his pants caught, and he's dangling off the wrought iron fence
What's happening?
in tighty whities with a little bit of a dookie stain.
I was gonna say,
That's more than a little bit of a
as
dookie
he is
stain.
on a walkie calling for assistance because the people are just laughing at him while filming.
oh, you deserve no help as a civil servant. I wouldn't have helped.
Nice.
Oh, yeah?
No, I'm saying for that, I wouldn't help.
Someone's on Diddy's side, huh?
Yeah.
I wouldn't help.
You are awfully shiny sometimes.
Well, but they're civil servants to help others, to help them. Like I wouldn't get involved.
Oh. I mean, that's a
Okay,
big, that's a big,
that's it. That's
that's
all
a
you
big
get to
dookie
say.
stain.
Actually, no. That's why I
Your
wouldn't.
entire opinion was
Well, that's why I wouldn't get involved. But I will say this: I do have a white friend who is a police officer, and I would help a police officer.
But only that one.
No, I would help.
Yeah, but make sure that's out there for court in the future. I understand.
I'd
I love my wife.
But the Dookie stand is off-putting. I would at least put the pants.
Yes.
I would at least help him put the pants back up.
Yeah. Holy moly. What the what? He's got control.
Now we have to describe what's
that's
happening.
right.
You know, I'll let you describe what's happening.
They gave him such beautiful eye
Yes,
color.
a guy with really nice eyes has absolute motor control over them.
Yeah.
He can pop them out of his
Popping his
socket.
eyes out one of his time. You know that?
The Ripley's. It's like a Ripley's.
It's like a Ripley's thing.
Yeah.
He's doing it. One eye goes in and out. Both go in and out. And I say, good luck to you, sir. I wish you the best in your journey.
Do you think during sex he does it? Because that'd be crazy.
When he comes.
Oh, that'd be.
You walk by, a lady walks by. That's the way to meet ladies. Be like, hello. Like,
yeah.
Be like, oh, god damn.
Ooh, God.
That's what we call high beams when you do it like that. Yeah.
Holy moly. Nice turn.
See, because your stories lack information, if you had a suit, then you wouldn't have to say as much.
So it's a very large built man wearing a very cool sequins, like double-breasted suit with a bell-bottom flare.
I do like the flare.
It's a great band costume. Right?
It's very hot to be outside in it. It feels like it would pick up a lot of heat from the light. But the light hits the disco ball style, so I see it.
Right.
I like the glasses. I like the shiny cue ball head.
I feel like if you spilled cocaine on the front of your shirt, nobody would.
Yeah, you would
know what I
notice
mean?
that.
Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't-
Now, see, eyeball guy wouldn't wear the suit because that's too much. Like it becomes.
No, he
too
doesn't
much.
need anything.
Yeah, it's too
He
much.
has his eyes. It's done.
It's off-putting. You have to balance.
You love her?
Yes.
Are you willing to do whatever it takes to stay with her?
No.
That's a Brian answer for sure.
Not good.
But he answered my question. That's how people are. You want it, but you don't really want it enough to do anything.
You just want to have it. You don't want to.
You don't want to put
It's like
effort.
money. I want more money.
Yeah.
Power. I'm done with women.
And in two questions, you can call people's bullshit.
One's enough at my age, you know? One's more than enough to handle.
Oh, wait for it. Is that the debate?
America's taxpayers are not paying the $300 million a day
definitely.
we were paying for that endless war. And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world. The first time this century.
what?
But let's understand.
So where the are we?
Well, so basically the camera turned from that statement to see a bunch of young Americans look like Marine or Army.
I mean, that makes no fucking sense. First of all, the president is the leader of the army. Second, what the fuck are we
what's
paying for if no one's active?
Yeah.
You have to have someone active at all times. Otherwise, there's no point. We spend more
Maybe
on
they're not
defense.
actively being
we
shot at.
spend exponentially more on defense than any other country.
Oh, yeah.
The next country
well,
on earth
that's
is so
the
low.
war. We need the war to play both sides. You like Chase? Or go ahead and find out what their symbol. Go ahead, you kick it back to the 40s and enjoy what their original symbol was. Remember, Morgan, they all play both sides. The war is, war is good.
You're basically
Not to be like
For
greed
finances,
is good.
yeah.
you're basically telling anyone you've died for nothing if they weren't even active.
Yeah. That was the silly
Who
one
was-
to
who
Well,
was
say.
Jerry
shooting
did
then?
slip on that shovel and hit himself in the head. And we felt bad. We were like, we'll tell his parents he was a hero. You know what I mean?
I'm just like you.
Send him a fucking flag and be like, your son didn't
But she's-
fucking fall into
But she's the current.
an open manure pit.
You have
With a shovel.
but you have a previous
Drowned.
president against the current vice president, and you don't have enough intel to know what the fuck is happening.
I'm not allowed to call her camel toe. No.
Camel toe hair.
I got in trouble.
Stick to Montel, bitch.
Yeah. All right. By the way, this is my new helper. My wife is
Oh my
pissed.
God! Yes, yes.
I can see why she'd be upset.
Headphones?
Yeah, this is
This is why your wife's upset about headphones?
She must have low ears.
Would you full screen this, please?
Oh,
this
you want a full screen?
This is a very beautiful.
We didn't even know she had ears.
This is a very beautiful woman in a bikini
got
woodworking.
eyes.
Oh, I know this lady.
Hit
Yeah,
me.
I've seen.
She's so talented.
Fuck you, Bob Villa. This was another episode of UnNecessary Talk with Brian Sturges. I am that Brian Sturges. You follow me, BrianSturges.com. You follow Cliff at Cliff Beach Music. You follow Tim at Timothy All Music. And we will watch that video again in private.
I was happy to see her box.
Oh boy.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
We'll see you next Tuesday.